To watch The Lion King?
Yeah. No, both.
No, the big green.
Okay, so do you have the transition ready for? You're going to start us off, John.
Yep.
So I don't know. You said you had a transition ready to.
Yeah, no, the episode, or what I was thinking was I'll start us off and then let you take over somewhere in the middle, and then that'll be our interlude there. So
Okay, yeah, that works.
Cool. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go ahead and start us up.
Wait, let me hit record. Let me not make this. Yep. Okay, you're all set.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to this week's edition of the 3-episode podcast. As I adjust myself on camera, professional. I am joined this week, as always, by my good friends down in Connecticut. And I'm going to start up in the upper corner, Mr. Justin Hunter.
Hello.
Next to him, his little brother, Ryan.
Hello, how we doing?
Steve on that side.
Morning, people.
And Val right next to me. I really hope I got these hand signals right. So, oh no, I totally did this in reverse. This is great. For people at home, I'm watching this as we record it. Yeah, no, I'm totally in reverse. And
yeah, no, it's for anybody who's never done this before. When you do the recording, when you look at the Zoom meeting, it's in a completely different order than when they stream it. I'm not sure why they do that.
No, Justin, I'm watching it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, that's okay. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Just gonna go ahead and just turn back the curtain there for a moment. Howdy, folks. It's us.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Inception.
I feel like one of those infinite mirror things was about to happen.
It's Inception.
Be fun. So we are wrapping up our trio on music. I am willing to go out on a limb. It's probably one of the most fun ones I think we've done in a while, just because we're able to kind of get outside the box a little bit and just transition away from just us talking about things and hearing like an outsider's perspective versus just us saying like, yeah, I like rock music. By the way, at time of recording or day of recording, Eddie Van Halen actually passed away today at age 65. So
yep.
Oh
I think that's an oddly fitting way to transition out of music and into our next fun thing. Cause hey man, he could be a ghost.
When I saw that, I thought it was fake. I had to like triple check it.
I mean,
today.
I've hit a point where I don't believe most things I read anymore until I've seen it on 3 other sources. Because do you know how many times I've been rickrolled?
Yeah.
Also, hang on. Might as well just go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Hey.
Blessing.
I'm drinking coffee out of my spooky cup.
Ooh, your spooky cup isn't coming out very well.
Yeah,
I'm drinking a Bloody Mary because it's been a day.
I'm drinking apple cider because it's that time of year and it's the best.
There you go.
Coffee right now.
I'm drinking the Incredible Hulk with.
How am I drinking coffee? Because coffee makes up part of my blood, so I need to replenish it.
I only just stopped drinking coffee for the night, so I'm with him.
That's like
Steve.
how I marinara because I'm Italian.
Steve, I have a fun story for you that the Hulk is involved in.
Is it the one where the Hulk destroyed the Donald Trump star?
Yes, it is the best thing.
I had to make sure that also wasn't false, but anyway, let's go back on track there for a minute. Did you guys have any questions that we didn't get answered? I did try to reach out to all 5 of our guests and just, get some generic answers for things that, we may have overlooked or didn't have a chance to talk about, but...
Not really. I'm interested in what you asked them and what they said, though.
Well, I was hoping to, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
But one of the stories I meant to ask Colin to say on the air, Colin from last week, for those who don't remember, from the day after out in Indianapolis, I asked him way back when, like, what was one of the dumbest shows he ever performed, and it wasn't that the show was bad, it was that the promoter was bad.
Yeah.
So rather than pay him like the $150, he's like, well, I'll buy you 2 pitchers of beer. And Colin just goes, I don't drink. So also thanks for the DUI, I guess. That's at a venue I actually have been wanting to go to, but it's kind of hard to go when there's COVID and everything else going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
The truth.
So
which I just we were watching Saturday Night Live, which for anyone that hasn't seen it, it's this episode was decent. The cold open and some of the skits were good, but it wasn't like a fantastic episode altogether. But I was watching that, and there was stuff about wearing masks in it, and all I could think is we're gonna be 5 to 10 years down the road, and our kids are gonna be watching old episodes of Saturday Night Live, and they're gonna come across these episodes and go, "What the fuck was this shit about?" And we'll have to explain like, well, blah blah blah. It's just gonna
Oh
be a
no.
weird.
You don't
No?
think kids are gonna know all about COVID?
Well, yeah.
I think
mean,
I think-
did you learn did you learn before COVID happened? Did you learn extensively about the Spanish flu in school?
Actually,
no,
yes.
but see, that's not.
I was
I
not
could
as fast
see
as though.
like, yeah, I knew the Spanish flu
Good job, John.
happened.
Wait. I have something for that, John.
But no, no, I think like your son's generation is going to very much so know all about COVID.
Yeah, and they're gonna know about COVID and the Fuhrer Trump.
Yes.
You know what I was saying to someone a couple days ago? I was saying, how like our grandparents or like our great grandparents who went through like the depression kind of like hoard food or like hoard things because in the depression they didn't have access to anything. I was telling someone that like I think when we're like someone's grandparents and great grandparents, our grandkids are gonna be like, "Mom, Dad, why is Grandma making hand sanitizer in the tub?" And they're gonna be like,
Well, we already see because my wife buys like extra toilet paper and extra paper towels and shit now, and she says it all the time, like because her grandmother raised her and they bought extra food. She bought extra food all the time, and she said that's going to be our generation's thing. Is we're gonna hoard paper towels and toilet paper and wipes, and we're always gonna have a supply of them in the house.
I'm gonna say this next part loud enough so that my roommate in the next room over can hear this. We have banned my roommate from buying toilet paper because she buys the wrong toilet paper.
Oh, is she a one-ply bitch?
She was a one-ply bitch.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god! I call that
yeah.
prison paper. That's
You know
the
what I say to
worst
that?
thing.
Do you hate your
no.
asshole?
Yeah.
No, I told we bought this we were looking for toilet paper the other day, and they had it looks like a special, it's like I forget the one that starts with a C, and it had
Charmin?
like this paper liner around it, and it looks all fancy and shit, right? This is the worst paper I've ever used. I told Amber, I was like, I have to like put 20 sheets in my hand, otherwise my finger goes through and I get shit on my finger every time I
mean,
wipe
that's how
my
the Marines
ass.
do it, so be a real man.
I was like, we're
Accidental
never buying this
fingering.
ever again.
Hey, so let me
Oh,
bring this
man.
back onto the topic at hand before we go back into the COVID practices. What is the best concert you guys have ever been to?
Ooh, that's a good question, John.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I have two that really stand out to me. One is seeing Slipknot. I think it was the first time I saw Slipknot, and it was their tour back when they had the drummer was on his own like pedestal that spun around, and then for the very last song, I think it was People Equal Shit. The whole entire thing went from regular to all the way sideways, and he was still playing as the whole drum kit was spinning, and there was like, oh my god, it was insane.
Blink 182 did that during one of their last concert runs as well.
Yeah.
Most of the like old rock bands have started doing like I'm blanking on their name now, but the guys who do Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
Kiss?
No,
Kiss?
it wasn't Kiss, but it was at a Kiss show that I
Dr.
saw.
Feelgood is Kiss.
No, it's not. Why am I blanking on this? They only have like 3 other songs that people would know. That's why I'm
Motley
saying it. Like
Crue.
it's Motley Crue. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Motley Crue also has done that before.
Yeah.
So it's just
makes
like,
sense.
Yeah.
It's one of those gimmicks where like I understand why it's cool, but I've seen it so many times that it's just not.
John, are you so jaded by the
I'm not jaded. It's just more of a like, I want something different. It's like I would still go see a Rammstein show, even though I think Sabaton does what they do plus better.
Oh, shut your dirty whore mouth, Jonathan. Shut your dirty whore mouth.
I'm actually
Okay?
surprised you fighting me on this one. You can't even understand
am-
what their lyrics. And it's one of my favorite bands. And I'm saying that I would rather go and see a Sabaton show because it's the same sort of pyrotechnics plus a whole historical background to it. Then do I want to see Rammstein? Absolutely. If I'm only allowed one or the other, I'm taking Sabaton.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That kind
Seriously,
of
John?
shocks me because I mean, like, I could see where Sabaton shows have all that sort of like pyrotechnics and stuff like that. It
Mhm.
seems like, but it doesn't have the like story behind things and stuff like that. That Rammstein has like each song has a different setup that's intense and weird and great at the same time. Like during when they first did um Aucklander, I think it is. I forgot
Auslander.
it's in Auslander. They were on like a center platform away from the main stage, and they literally took a fucking raft, threw it on the crowd, and rode the raft across the fucking crowd
Hey Ryan,
as they
I
played.
don't mean to be that guy, but you know
Yeah.
that's not the first time they've done that gimmick, right?
Well, I'm just saying
I
that
and
is
I
fucking
and I'm
amazing.
understanding where you're coming from, but
Yeah.
like I can go back, I think as early as 2001, maybe 1998. I think it was Live House Berlin, and then there was the Volker Bowl in Nimes, France, where in one of them it was the piano player whose name I'm blanking on, and then the other one it was the bass player who did it.
Yeah.
One of them was in a raft, one of them was in like with a giant hamster ball thingy.
Yeah.
So
Can I
like
go
it's
next?
cool, but yeah, go ahead, please, Justin.
So I have two that are actually tied. My first one is my favorite band of all time is Billy Talent, and I was
Yep.
able. The hard part about them is that they are primarily Canada and Europe that they do their tours. They're in Germany all the time. They're in Canada. Like
Which
it's very
sucks
hard.
so bad because we talked about it last week. Like that's
Yeah.
one of my dream shows.
Yeah. Oh my God, their show was amazing. It was the greatest rock show I've ever been to, and I've been to quite a few. So that was a very small venue. I was literally right at the stage, like I was looking up at them. It was amazing. I love that show. It was at the Cambridge with a something room
Sinclair?
in, huh?
Was it the
Sinclair.
Sinclair?
It
Yeah.
was at the Sinclair. Yeah.
Right in the heart of Harvard.
Yeah, my other one is we have friends that Amber got from when she was working at Friendlies, and there was one time that the husband
Are they
turned-
friendly friends?
Yeah,
I'll
there
see
was one
myself
time
out.
the husband we were having dinner or something with them, and the husband turned around and said, "Oh, I have these tickets to Billy Joel." And
Ooh.
yeah, and I don't have anyone to take. Do you like Billy Joel? And I was like, I absolutely love Billy Joel. And the tickets were in the, so if you go to what's the arena? Madison Square Garden. They have the people's ring at the top. It's like a suspended like bridge where the seats are. Our seats were behind Billy Joel, looking down on him onto the
That's
piano.
awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, that was so I have tied there because one of them was because it was an amazing band, and the other one was because I love Billy Joel and where our seats were. It was just great. So
How about you, Val?
So I grew up with a lot of music in my life because my father's a really incredible guitar player. My brother was a drummer. And so I went to a lot of, and I, fell into the whole dating musicians thing for years and years. So I have been to a lot of shows. And I think honestly, my favorite show that I've ever been, like you never forget your first concert. And the very first concert that I ever went to was Incubus. And I don't really listen to Incubus's new stuff, but like Science, Make Yourself, Morning View, I stand by those records and I still listen to them all the time. So like I went to see when I was like 14, my first concert ever was with my boyfriend at the time, my dad, my brother, and like one other people, and like we all went together And we saw Incubus, and I remember just like, I don't know, it was like there's something about like the first time you're in like a big arena like that you just like, I don't know, it's like you're chasing the dragon after that.
Catch
And
me! Catch me!
I think Hoobastank,
Oh God.
I think Hoobastank opened for them, so I had the,
Oh, jeez.
Whenever I hear that phrase "chasing the dragon," all I can think about is Stan playing the video game where he's chasing the dragon. Just
Catch me! Catch me!
heroin hero,
You never catch the dragon, damn it.
and then rehab hero, and then he buys the driving game.
How
has
about
the
you,
radio
Steve?
play.
I'm kind of curious now and terrified.
I mean, I haven't been to that many shows. The first one I've been to has been Evanescence, which back
Ooh.
then
Did it bring you to life?
it did bring me to life, and then I realized that she's all auto-tuned, and that really killed it for me. And then a few years back, I saw. Oh my god, I'm blanking on their fucking name now. Guns N' Roses. Wow. And
Okay.
I absolutely love the show. It was supposed to be their like last show or last tour, but apparently they're touring again. So that's whatever.
Well, I mean, like all these old rock stars are pickled by their drugs and alcohols at this point, so they just keep playing shit. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
True.
Um,
It doesn't help that they all broke up and then came back together either.
Yeah.
I saw Boston once with our father, and that show was amazing
Ooh.
too.
I'm not surprised by that, though.
Yeah.
I do want to shout out Joe in the chat. We agree. We also don't trust anybody who doesn't like Billy Joel. I would love to see Billy Joel if his tickets weren't like $1,000 for nosebleeds, but
Yeah.
I can't justify that price tag to see maybe a 90-minute show. To me, it's not worth it, but I know that if I had an opportunity to see him, I would absolutely jump on it.
Yeah.
My first show with my father, not including, the podunk shows that they would throw in like downtown Seymour or up at the high school. I actually saw Isaac Hayes.
Nice.
And it was a free show in the Green in New Haven. And about 4 weeks later, at the same Green in New Haven, they had Blues Traveler.
Oh, nice.
And this is at the time that I thought Blues Traveler and Hootie and the Blowfish were basically the same band. I didn't know any better because the Blues Traveler has that one song that everybody knows. And again, I can't think of the name. But I'm just like, yeah, I like when Hootie and the Blowfish does this song. This is a great song. And then nope. It just because another band has a harmonica doesn't mean that it's Hootie and the Blowfish, y'all.
Yeah, that's like mixing anybody that whenever you hear ska, you're like, oh,
Hey, honestly, you're not
What's
wrong.
ska?
Because
That was
No.
we never
What
figured
is
it out.
ska?
I'm never going to explain it at this point. You just suck it, Steve. My absolute favorite show happened to be a ska show, though. It was I saw the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and Tip the Van and some garbage opening act at Toad's Place. And
Mean John.
every single time I've seen the Boss Tones since then has been better and better. But it's the fact that was my first time at this legendary venue. I was 18 years old, and that was also like the first time I crowd surfed. And then I had like a YouTube video surfaced a couple weeks later, and you just see me in my Seymour High School Letterman jacket just crowd surfing through.
So I do have to say, speaking of opening bands, the opening band for that Billy Talent concert was a band called Bad Flower that since have gotten like the #1 rock song of the year, like last year. Like they're blowing up, and in my little trophy case, I actually have their EP, like 4-song first album, like test album thing, signed by every member of the band. And when we got it done, I was like, these guys are so good that I know this is going to be worth something someday. So I'm just going to put this to the side. And now it's sitting to the side with their signatures on, and they're blowing up. If ever anybody wants to listen to Bad Flower is awesome.
It's, that actually kind of leads us into the next thing, because I was going to ask, Ryan, I know, can speak to this. I've gone to Warped Tour almost every year since 2008 or so. With maybe, I think, one exception. It was going to rain. I just said, I'm not dealing with that. It's not worth it to me. But then I also know that he used to go to the Rockstar energy drink, like Mayhem Festival, which was
I used to go to the Mayhem every single year. I think I went to Mayhem 5 times, I want to say.
I know it was at least that, and I know you went to Warped Tour a couple of times, because I know I was with you at least one of them.
I've been to Warped Tour twice. I didn't enjoy it either time, because Warped Tour seems like more of like a weird collection of different types of music, and like and a lot of times I felt like at both times at Warped Tour I was like, I'm not interested in any of the bands that are playing right now, and I'm barely interested in any of the bands that are going to play later on, except for maybe one. But every year at Mayhem there was always fucking sick the ending lineup every single year was fucking amazing. I've seen through through Mayhem, I've seen Slipknot, Korn, the Dragon Force. I've seen the Norse band that I fucking love. I've seen.
Is it the Hue? Is it the throat singing band?
No.
If I had
Mongolian.
If I ever had Dragon Force sign anything, do you know what I would have Dragon Force sign?
A sword.
The whammy bar that breaks off during the solo of that one song that everybody knows.
If I had Dragon Force sign anything, I would have them sign a Guitar Hero controller.
No, just a fucking horse. Just sign my horse with your names. Thank you.
Right. Let's take you Heilung or Halung. Is that how you say it? Halung?
No, I'm not talking about Halung. I love Halung.
Yeah, when you said Norse music, that's what it reminded me of.
No, I am talking about.
That's my shit.
I know what you're talking about, because does anybody remember who opened or who was with Blink-182 on their last tour?
Was it Sum 41? Because that seems like that literally used to be like, oh, I don't like Blink-182, but I like.
John. Opposite direction.
Opposite direction?
It was Blink-182 and Lil Wayne.
Oh, shit.
Hey, can I tell you a story? That doesn't sound outlandish to me, because I remember being in college and at Southern, they'd be like, we got these 2 rappers you've never heard of for your spring fling. And I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck. And then the other store, Eastern, would be like, we got Lil Wayne. I'm like, all right, who else? And they're like, we got Fall Out Boy. I'm like, holy shit. Or it wasn't Fall Out Boy, but it was another, like, insert pop punk band that we care about.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Mayday Parade one year, and it was the most god awful show I've ever watched.
Oh, my brother was in a pop punk band in high school. That was fun to have all of my naps woken up by a shitty drummer. No, he wasn't that bad.
Hey. All pop punk is shitty. You just have to accept that it's shitty in a good way.
Yes. No, I was fully assimilated.
It's why we defend pizza parties.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what I was going at with this is, between the two, or if you have 2 comparable, which one did you prefer? Like, I will tell you, I've been to Mayhem Fest. For me, it was not my jam, but I enjoyed the acts I went to go see. I would go to see Warped Tour in a heartbeat, or now it's 4 Chord Fest out in like Pittsburgh, which is also great. I mean, Justin, you'd enjoy it too, because it's like Patent Pending, Yellow Card, all those bands that nice. I know you like.
Yeah. Basically, those bands are the best way that I can describe them, for at least in our circle, or at least for me and Ryan, is the bands that I can listen to while playing Tony Hawk or Burnout.
Yeah.
Because Burnout 3, any of the Burnout games and Tony Hawk were like my soundtracks. Those are the soundtracks of my youth. So
I got big into hip hop thanks to Need for Speed Underground.
Yeah.
And then like you said, I think Thug Tony Hawk's Underground came out, and I was like, you know what? I like this song better.
Oh, wait, what's the what's the band? They were on the ATV, and it was like that song that was like, it was
Alien
one of
Ant Farm.
no, it was one of the it's a rock song that has like the hip hop, like the rap in the middle of it, and it was like really, oh, what the fuck. The
you
album
are
had
talking. You are talking about. I had the album, right?
Sounds bad, guys. Sounds real
Future
bad.
leaders of the world.
Future Leaders of the World. They have a song that's on one of the ATV games that is just fucking, it's, I don't even know how to describe it. Oh my God, this song is ridiculous.
You're talking about Kill Pop.
Yes, Kill Pop.
Yep.
Yeah. Kill Pop by Future Leaders of the World is what you're talking about. It is a really good song. I highly recommend it. I think that was one of the better soundtracks. I mean, I'm the same way. I love really good racing video game soundtracks, especially, are fucking amazing. Especially ones that make you. I think when we had that was like back in the day, PS2 and everything. I don't remember how old we were, but we played that game half just to listen to the soundtrack.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And
We used to do free play and just like fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually why Guitar Hero has so many not really guitar shreddy songs on it. It's to get people to actually listen to music.
Yeah.
Like, for example, oh God, I'm blanking on so many songs today. Shit, I'll think about it and I'll come back to this. But like, there's, those riffs where you just hit the green and red and strum, and it's just like those songs are only there to get people to listen to other music than just like actual songs that they want to be playing. Hey, quick early recommendation, because I learned that by watching Fact Fiend with Carl Smallwood on YouTube.
I do love that. That is a very good YouTube channel. I would love to do something like that, like a fact fiend thing, because I love having just random facts about things to tell people, and it probably gets annoying after a while when I'm just like, hey, did you know this about this? It's just like,
Wait, ready. Wait, this, I had to pull up the chorus because this song just, I'm going to have to like listen to it afterwards, but ready?
Come to the show, everyone, let go. Kill your mind.
But this is a rock song.
I mean, it makes me think of the Linkin Park Jay-Z Collision Course.
Yeah, it's very much that, but it's like when they're singing, it's just very I don't know. I just go out and listen to it. It's Future Leaders of the World, Kill Pop, and it's an interesting song that we were hooked on for quite a while.
That's actually a really good transition. Like, go listen to Flowbots.
yes. Well, I mean, Flowbot. I mean, this whole episode is just basically us giving like all music recommendations.
I mean, this is what the interludes are for, basically.
Yeah.
I would say
all these things that didn't fit into those last three trios. Like, I really wanted to talk about the Linkin Park Jay-Z like real bad, either last episode or the episode before. So, by the way, for folks at home, it is a rabbi on my shirt. It's actually Kosha Dill's merchandise, which says "Kosha me outside, how about da?" Because it was really topical like 3 years ago when I bought this and then wore it to the Magic Kingdom.
Nice. Yeah, when that annoying girl was on, what was it, Dr. Phil that she was on?
Yeah.
Bad Baby, how dare. Bad Baby with H's.
Bad Baby? Was that her name? Like,
Bad Baby.
oh my God. There's certain times that I literally relate to that Futurama that I don't want to live on this planet anymore. There's so many times that just like hits me in the heart.
Uh-huh.
I think all of 2020 is basically I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
For some
day.
of us, there's certain human beings on this planet that find it an awesome year because,
Listen, I will tell you this. I live alone and I had a lot of time to myself. And am I allowed to talk about, I don't know.
We're not going to censor you. I might censor you if I have to, but you're fine.
So this is Val's first interlude, and so she doesn't understand that for the interlude, where it's a connection episode. So it's kind of like we're gonna talk music, we're gonna talk what we're doing next, but then in between we could just like whatever.
Okay, well, so I don't want to, like, I know that there's a lot of terrible stuff going on, like a lot of, like, tons of people were suffering, and like tons of people have had the worst year of their lives, and like totally understand that. But like at the beginning of the quarantine, I bought $200 of sex toys and an ounce of mushrooms.
Which also happened to cost $200.
I like where this is going. All right. Yeah. All
Ryan,
right.
I'm just gonna. We're just setting you up for the joke. That's all. You know what's coming. And it's gonna go into a BJ's brand condom.
How many of them are broken by now?
I did break one of them. I broke one of the.
Well, fuck. I guess we can do the sex trio.
Supposed to be an underwater safe toy, and it was
muted,
not.
Steve.
You're muted. Steve.
I think my mom's watching. Right?
Did you bring the toaster in the bath with
realize
you,
it was.
Val? Why?
My seasonal depression doesn't kick in until like right about now, so there was no toasters yet. But I have like a really good, like, I live by the ocean. I live right on the ocean. I live alone. I am lucky enough to like have my own place, and like it really wasn't like I had a good year.
You literally live right next to the greatest place to just go drinking.
Yeah, I
Wait.
live like I'm a lucky duck, so I haven't had such a bad year, but like I'm totally understanding that like the vast majority of people have had like the worst year of their lives.
Yeah.
So that's
What
valid.
were you trying to say, Steve?
You're muted again, bub.
All right. Well, Steve.
How do I keep muting?
Because you keep muting yourself.
No,
Uh-huh, definitely.
no, I don't think I have been.
Maybe you just have fat fingers. Let's go with
No. This is unfair. Unfair. What the fuck?
that. You had your chance. You've lost it.
Val, I personally agree because I've been having one of the best years too. Besides, like, the beginning of my year sucked because I destroyed my ankle and all that. But so far this year, I still have a job. My job never ended. In fact, I've gotten more hours than I normally do all year. As far as like the virus goes, I mean, it hasn't necessarily completely affected anyone in my family. Plus, I started dating the girl that I've been having a crush on for like 2 years, and she's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you
My
did
amazing
stalk her as
girlfriend
the
now.
mailman. So
I did stalk her as the mailman, and
You
now
finally
she's my
admitted it.
awesome girlfriend.
Is she in the apartment tonight?
Yeah, she's in the other room.
All right, good. Is she watching the YouTube stream?
As far as I know, she is.
Well, then good. She's gonna hear me say that in about 10 seconds.
Wait, so you made your crush your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I didn't bring any sex toys this year, though.
Rip headphone
I don't
users.
know. I didn't.
I would go so far as to say that
Your mom just said she stalked you first.
Ooh.
Oh.
I think my mom might be watching. Are their moms watching currently?
Hi, Mom.
Probably,
Oh, hi, Devin.
probably.
So let's bring this way back to about 6 minutes ago when I was talking about festivals and stuff. And Ryan, you're big in the Mayhem Fest because you like your hardcore music. How about you other guys and folks? You know, what is your
what's the
what is
question
your
again, John?
so I guess what I was trying to get at was like I prefer Warped Tour over Mayhem Festival, but I mean, Val, I know that up here they didn't do Mayhem Fest, but they did do Warped Tour down in I think it was Mansfield.
Yeah, so the Warped Tour once when I was with my dad again. My dad and I went to a lot of good shows together. So I went to the Warped Tour when I was like 16, 17, and I remember seeing the Used, and because I was really into the Used at the time, and I remember seeing Rancid, and Rancid was the first and only time that I've ever crowd surfed.
Yep.
I remember like crowd surfing and being like the whole time, I don't like being touched by people unless I enjoy them touching me, and so like the idea of like 1,000 strange
there's a Rocky Horror reference that I can make here, but I do not have the high pitched voice for that.
I have to say, for metal and hardcore bands, they have some of the most creative names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
So, yeah,
what do you want to call yourself? Rancid?
You know, you're gonna laugh. Rancid is a ska band.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Basically.
So
I don't know.
Lies.
Sorry, John.
Lies.
What is? I don't know what ska is. So
Yeah,
Ska
seriously.
is like rock music with with a horn section. That's how I describe it. It's so easy.
That's true.
If you were to take Billy Talent and now give them in like, let's say all of their songs, just trumpets and trombones and maybe a baritone sax, now they're a ska band.
But also,
Yeah, I don't think that would work for them though. So
It really would though.
I know what ska is. It was just when we were doing the last thing, I messaged everyone else except for you and said we should just pretend like we don't know what ska is, and we kind of like lost track of that. Steve's
Wait,
the
but I
Yeah.
literally just don't know what ska is. All right, I have
I
a
just-
ska
I
band
just
in
explained it.
D&D. No, but I
Here's-
have a ska band in D&D,
I
and
know,
I
I
don't
love it.
understand why. I have no idea what ska is, but it's there.
All right,
So-
Steve,
my mom
I'm gonna ask
made a
you.
good point. Don't never run an obstacle course race because everyone's always trying to help you over walls and they're touching your ass and shit.
Steve, have you ever seen the movie Clueless?
No, because I'm clueless.
oh my
Turk's
god.
in that. Donald Faison. Turk is in that.
Yep.
He plays the
All right.
boyfriend of the friend.
All right, how about this? You've seen the movie Euro Trip?
Nope.
Scotty doesn't know, Steve.
Has been turned into a ska song so many times.
Yeah.
All right, how about Fountains of Wayne? You know Stacy's mom, who's got it going
Yeah.
on.
No.
You know
You
he's
don't-
fucking with you, right, John?
Have you not gone to karaoke with me ever?
No, I have not.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to contact my girl Stevie down in Naugatuck. She runs the, again, here's another freebie recommendation.
Promotional.
Corner Tavern in Naugatuck does karaoke Wednesdays and Saturdays. I don't know if they are right now. Sorry, folks at home. They have a lot of fun.
I also don't remember anything because I just drank an entire glass of Incredible Hulk.
I mean, I'm drinking a Bloody Mary out of a can, so.
Ooh.
Wrecked.
God, I hate you.
Wait, hold on. We never really talked about. I meant to talk about this last episode. There's an element to ska that I don't think we went through, and it's so you know how in reggae there's like the drop beat. It's
Mhm.
not like ska. I feel like is like reggae in that it does have that drop beat in a lot of its songs, and that's what I think of when I think of like the difference between ska and like whatever rock or whatever. It's like rock, but the drop beat and horns. That's how I would say.
I find that. Go ahead.
Ska
Justin.
is punk with horns. I don't.
That's
I don't know
yeah.
if you
That's
turn
that's a
around and say
really
it.
good way to think
Yeah.
of it. There's a lot of bass walks where like if you listen to a ska band, you can and you tune in on just the bass line, you're gonna hear it going like do 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 do, and then everything else beyond that is just adding on to it.
Can we
So, like-
please add a soundbite? Whatever that. What can we please somehow get?
It's a
no,
new
I know.
ringtone. Don't worry.
I've been
Oh,
trying to
God,
close
that would be
through
a good
episodes
one.
and get some,
Do, do,
get
do,
some
do, do.
sound bites.
Do 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 do
Nice.
do do. There you go. You're welcome.
So-
Folks at home, that'll be on our Zedge in like 6
Yeah.
weeks or whenever Justin gets around to it.
Hey,
So-
hey! I've been putting audio up. I have the last 2 weeks. I put an episode up, so I'm getting around to it. I'm doing it.
So Val, you haven't been around my phone going off. My phone going off is literally John doing a little weird giggle. And
Is
it
that a
comes from
text?
my
I have it.
pocket.
Wait, I was gonna say, is that a text or a call? Because I'll text you right
It's a
now.
text.
Oh, I
It's a
love
text.
it. I'm a fully around
Yeah.
already.
You do know that now that Val has been officially indoctrinated into our podcast, we're gonna have to do a fireside chat with her, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh no! What does that mean?
You'll
It
find
means you
out.
get to sit by a fire and get burned.
Oh yeah, burn the wick. Burn the.
It's
burn-
where we roast you for like a half hour.
Oh hell yeah!
It's a personal interview that we've what 3 of them? Yeah, no. Ryan's done one, John's done one,
Yep.
and Steve's done one. Yeah,
All of you
so-
have done one. We've all
Yeah.
done one.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
it's your turn. You need a fireside chat.
Hell yeah!
Thing.
No, I didn't even know I was being indoctrinated until you guys were like, "Hey, you should do this for good." And I was like,
That's why you should have
"Oh,
a podcast under the influence of alcohol.
John was like, oh, I have a friend, because we're trying to get like all types of opinions, and so we wanted to bring in a voice that didn't have a penis. Well, at least I don't think has a penis. I'm not gonna,
how dare you assume?
It sounds like she owns a lot of penises. They just aren't natural.
They're just not attached to my body.
Oh man, I'm gonna get a phone call for this one in like 35 minutes and just be like, dude, that's my best friend. I'd be like, I know.
Nice. Well, we wanted to get a voice that didn't have a penis, and so he's like, I have an awesome person. Let's give her a try. And you've given a lot of good content and good opinions, and so we're like, yeah, we're on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it works. It works.
Oh my God. That's all I need for my ego, is someone telling me that the bullshit that I spew is great.
That is literally this podcast, though. It's just bullshit spewed in a certain direction.
That's like, every podcast.
That's our tagline.
Every podcast, every single podcast that exists is bullshit spewed into a microphone and out into your ears wherever you are.
Yep.
That's all it is.
So to go back a little bit, and then from here, I think
you're tethering this to reality, because without you, we would be flying into the ether.
Gotta try to. We've heard our favorite concerts, some of our favorite, I'll call them festivals, our favorite bands, which, Billy Talent, we got up there. Ryan, I believe you said Slipknot, or that was also your favorite concert, and Korn.
That was my favorite concert. I don't know. I don't think Slipknot is my favorite band. At least it hasn't been in a long time.
I'm going to ask, on the exact flip side of that, what was your least favorite concert you've ever been to?
Ooh.
Any of the ones I went to with you, John. No,
man, fuck you. We saw Skrillex together.
Yes, Skrillex was actually my second favorite concert.
Yeah, and then we got home from Hartford in like 37 minutes somehow.
Well, because I'm a very fast driver, and then and then I got pulled over for running a stop sign that night too.
Yeah, my dad did not believe me when I told him that we got home from Hartford in like 30 minutes. He's like, "There's no fucking way." I'm like, "Dad, trust me, we did."
Oh, okay, I'm gonna call Mom out on this, because she texts me directly instead of putting it in the chat, but I feel like this needs to be said. Steve, stop playing with your pussy.
I can't help it. She attacked me first.
It's furry. Stop it. Shave that thing.
Am I completely unprofessional to go potty in the middle of a podcast?
I mean, you're fine. We'll kill
you.
We'll kill this time for you.
Oopsie. I have been oopsie drinking, and now I have to pee again.
So it's I don't know if I can answer the least favorite concert, because I'm very picky with concerts. I only go to concerts if I pay for them and I plan to go and I want to go. So I don't know if least favorite. Well, that's kind of hard.
You can always have a concert that you maybe you don't regret paying the money to go see them, but you're just like, I paid $10 for this and I don't feel I got my money's worth.
Yeah.
I guess that's the other way. Like, what's a concert that you had to pay for that you don't think that you got your money's worth out?
No,
I have two.
I have so when I was still in high school, one of the first concerts I ever went to was was it Lamb of Cradle of Filth. Someone convinced me to go to a Cradle of Filth concert.
What the fuck kind of name is that?
Hey man,
it's a good band.
We don't judge.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it. I don't enjoy scream metal, so I did not enjoy that at all. I actually went for a girl, but yeah, I did not enjoy that concert at all. I don't recollect whether I paid for it or not. I went for a girl, so I'm guessing I did, but yeah.
Cradle of Filth sounds like the nickname for someone's taint.
Yes.
It was actually at Toad's place.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So Val, just to bring you back up to speed, I asked, what's a concert that we don't feel if we paid for it, you don't feel you got your money's worth out of, or air quotes, your least favorite concert?
Fuck. So I went. I went to a Bass Nectar concert in Governor's Island. And I don't know, I was just expecting, I had never been to like a dubstep concert before, and I was like building it up really, really high, because I was like in my 20s, I was like really into like Bass Nectar and like STS9 and like all that dumb shit. And I was like really looking forward to it, and I don't know if it was me or like the too much serotonin flowing into my brain for reasons. And I just like didn't have a good time. I don't know. I just like I don't like rave. Okay, so I'm not a raver. Like I understand rave culture, and I understand why rave culture is like super, people love it. Like you get to dress up, and like the whole concept of like plur is like really great for some people. Like I totally understand that, but like it's not me. And so I showed up there thinking that I would have a great time, and I was just like, I hate everyone and I want to be alone.
What is plur?
So it's like this raver thing. It's like peace, love, unity, respect, and like when you know like the candy that like ravers wear, like the bracelet. So like that's called candy, and like when you like meet somebody and like you vibe with them or whatever, you do this handshake that's like plur. It's called plur, and it's like peace. You do this, and then I think you do this. I don't know. It's something. It's not. You do like this fucking stupid handshake, and then you give someone a piece of your candy, and I don't know. It's so fucking dumb, but like I love that they're happy. Like it makes people happy, and that makes me so happy. But like if I fucking ever catch myself doing shit like someone please put a bullet in my head if I do something like that. But like I totally understand like why people like I get it, but whatever. So yeah, I was just like there and like didn't take the right substances and had a bad time and just hate culture.
I think of the worst concerts I've been to, I don't know if I would count the Dave Chappelle experience. I'm not sure.
Oh,
if I've
you were
talked
there
about...
when he
Yeah.
didn't even do jokes for 35 minutes.
Have I talked about it on the podcast before?
I
That it was
don't
there?
think you did, but I know you were
Yeah.
there.
Because we were just talking about it on Sunday, but
Yeah.
I was there when Dave Chappelle was in Hartford, and it was a fucking shit show.
For
when Dave
folks at
Chappelle
home,
decided never to come back to Connecticut again.
Yes.
yeah, he got heckled. He decided, fuck this crowd. I'm just going to stand on stage and maybe read my book for 30
Oh,
minutes.
no. This is what he did. I was there. I was watching. So this is what he did. So beforehand, you have to realize that the whole crowd was there for Dave Chappelle, mostly. And it was basically a...
it was Warped Tour for comedians.
It was Warped Tour for comedians. And pretty much everybody else, with the exception of Hannibal, was like not Dave Chappelle's style. And right before Dave Chappelle was Flight of the Conchords.
I was going to say Flight of the Conchords was there too, yeah.
Which is like so completely the opposite of what Dave Chappelle does.
Yeah.
And people were pissed about it. People were like, why the fuck is this weird music act on when we came for Dave Chappelle?
Don't touch my tail. You'll get it dirty.
By the time Dave Chappelle came on, everybody was fucking drunk out of their goddamn minds. And everybody started yelling basically Dave Chappelle show skits at him and like saying how much no one was heckling him, like telling him he was a piece of shit. They were like saying like Rick James, bitch. Like half the crowd was yelling Rick James, bitch at him all the time. So
like a comedy karaoke machine or like a comedy.
Yeah. So he literally was like, took out his pack of cigarettes, took them out, looked at the whole crowd, and went, all right, we could do this. And he sat down on the stage on a little step, took a cigarette and lit it and smoked the whole cigarette. Standing there watching listening to everybody, and people didn't fucking shut up. And he sat there for like 5 minutes smoking a cigarette. And he went, you're all bitches ready for me to actually start doing comedy? And then people started talking again. So it's just like, you know what? I get paid either way. I could just sit here and I could get paid more than all of you make in a year. Yep. We're just sitting here on this stage. So you know what? That's what I'm going to do.
And that's what he did.
But the worst part to that story, though, is that like later on, he goes, if Al Qaeda attacked one city, I hope it's fucking Hartford. It
Yeah,
could be
he
Hartford.
went
I
on-
give no fucks. And I'm
he
just
went
like,
on a radio station and said
Yeah.
he said that in a radio station.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the heat came from.
Yeah.
Is he
But-
said that on a radio station because they were talking about it and he said that line. And
but
yeah.
then he came back, I think like 2 years later. He's like, guys, I'm sorry. Let's do some jokes. And he did like 6 minutes of stand up, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, he's forgiven. Like, no, fuck you.
It
Pay
wasn't
me
in
for
the
my
same
time.
venue though. I think he went to one of the casinos.
No, it was in Hartford.
Yeah.
It was
Show.
Hartford.
Was it Hartford?
Because Patton
Okay.
Oswalt has a similar story where everybody got so hammered and they just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Well,
ah!"
that one's funnier because if I remember correctly from the Patton Oswalt one, that was a high roller. It was at a casino.
Yeah,
it was only for high rollers.
it was Mohegan Sun or Foxwoods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was only for high rollers. Yeah, and he was paying like an obscene amount of money to do it. And he was happy that he was literally he's just like, they're drunk and I'm sitting here getting paid and they're yelling my shit back at me and I didn't say a goddamn word.
Yep.
And that one was not Chappelle. Like Chappelle was angry. Patton
Yeah.
Oswalt was just like whatever.
Patton Oswalt didn't want to get paid for that show.
Yeah,
He's like, I feel so bad. I don't deserve your money.
yeah.
But Ryan, what would you say your worst musical show is? Because that's up. I mean, I agree that one would be up there for me.
Okay, so my ex really was obsessed with this one band, and they were coming to kind of get for one show, and it was, I forgot which venue it was, but the venue itself couldn't have been bigger than my goddamn apartment, and I don't have a big apartment.
It's probably the space then, because that place is fucking
it might have
terrible.
been the space, yeah, but it was like one of the concert halls that was like the side venue of the main concert hall, basically.
The Webster Underground then.
It was the Webster Underground. That's what it was.
Ooh.
The first band came on, and it was a little crowded in the tiny room, but the first band was great. It was I Am Dynamite. I still listen to them every once in a while.
You got me hooked on them.
Their first album's fucking amazing. Their other albums, but their first album's fucking amazing. But the main band comes on. People just fucking crowd into this goddamn room. I didn't even want to see the band. I didn't really love the band at all. And I was like, and of course my ex was very short. I was like, I don't know. I don't want to get killed, so we're not going to the front. And then I was standing on the at the back, trying to like lift her onto my shoulders, but at the same time, I didn't want to like fall over because people were pushing. And I spent the whole time basically going like, I'm sorry you can't see, and I fucking don't love this band at all. And it was just goddamn terrible. I forgot what the fucking band's name is, but that was my worst concert experience. And I mean, I've been to packed concerts before, like Skrillex was fucking packed as shit.
Yeah, but you and I had prime real estate because we got ourselves to the back where we didn't care.
Yeah.
And we had those two, I think they were coked out of their fucking minds.
Oh yeah.
Like doing the fucking, they were eye fucking each other with their light gloves. And I was like, I'm okay with this. This is some ASMR bullshit.
And then Skrillex was watching the whole crowd and was watching people like smash into each other. And he stops in the middle of, I think it was like Nice Sprites that he even stopped in the middle of. And he was like, guys, I need you to calm down and watch out for each other and be good to each other. There's women in the crowd.
Because Sonny used to be in a hardcore band from first to last,
Yeah.
so he understood that culture. So
Yeah.
That dude, the Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites was the first song like of dubstep that I actually like. I remember my brother showing me that he like ran into the room and was like, yo, you gotta listen to this song. And I listened to it and I was like, what the actual fuck is this music? And it sounds like I look back on it and I'm like, I don't listen to dubstep at all now anymore. But like I remember being
I don't either. And unfortunately, I mean, I sent the link to Ryan, but Cookie Monster, who did Optimus Prime, which was the very first dubstep song I ever heard, just died this week.
Yep.
He was like 32 years old, I think it was.
Ugh.
You know, and it's like, that's rough right there.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How about you, Steve? What's your worst concert experience ever?
See, I've been trying to think, and all the concerts I've been to, I've actually really enjoyed. I didn't really have a bad experience at any of them, which I guess I'm lucky for.
Let me change the rules on you so you can't not answer. Of all those concerts that you had a lot of fun with, which concert did you like the least? As he mutes himself again. Folks at home, just look. See, you'll see it. It's right there. Muted.
Justin keeps muting me. That's what's happening.
Oh, that's
No.
power.
That's some
Someone keeps
host
muting me.
bullshit right there. That's some good shit. Good job,
Yeah,
Justin.
it
I'm proud
is.
of you.
No, thinking every concert I've been to, I've really enjoyed. Like, I haven't had like a bad experience at a concert.
Well, what's your favorite concert?
Oh,
My favorite one?
Yep.
That's tough because Three Doors Down, Linkin Park.
Three Doors Down was
Disturbed.
good.
Yes.
Linkin Park before or after Chester unfortunately died?
Well before.
Okay.
Well before.
I've heard some stories. That's why I asked. So
No, I lost my fucking voice.
Yeah, that's how it was at Billy Talent.
Yeah. Bad Wolves, fucking loved. Slipknot, fucking enjoyed. I guess
Did you
the
go
worst.
to Slipknot with me? No,
No,
you didn't go
I
to
get-
Mayhem with.
I guess no, I didn't go with you. I went with.
No.
I guess that would have to be my worst one if really thinking about it, because I had to protect two of my friends from the pit,
the
Yeah.
small beans.
but I got to knock someone out, so
Hey,
it was worth it.
attaboy.
Never really knocked them out, just took them down. How about that? That's easier. But yeah, I've had all good concerts. I'm a lucky son of a bitch.
Did I, Val? Did I? You said something about EDM. That's what it was.
I took too much Molly and had a bad time at a Bass Nectar show at the end.
Yeah. Justin,
Rave
did you answer?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that just leaves me then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My worst show happens to be one of the shows that I loved the most. I went to see Yellow Card on their farewell tour.
Why
Down
would you
at
do
the-
such a thing?
Because I love Yellow Card.
I do too, but I wouldn't see them.
I've seen them now 4 times because my brother-in-law looks a lot like the violin player, so it's just a long running joke between the two of us.
All right, that makes sense then.
But so I got almost blackout drunk and actually threw up in the mosh pit to the point
in
where
the fucking mosh pit.
well, it's kind of mosh pit adjacent. I was kind of behind them.
Can we make a shirt for you that just says Mosh Pit Puker on it?
Hang on. I can do that real quick. But after that happened, I do remember everything that happened that night, and it became one of my favorite memories.
Boot and
And
rally.
I rallied hardcore. I've talked a lot about how music has hit me in different ways. So one of my next tattoos, which is going on this side, is going to be their Lift the Sail album, which is a ship on there's like a watercolor sky. And the song on that, or the album is called Lift the Sail. And the chorus of that song is, as the cold wind starts to blow, I am ready now. And for whatever reason, after my dad passed away, like that song just hit me different. And so when they played that song live, 1, I shit a brick, and 2, I got really sentimental and sad. So
Like literally shit a brick, or
no, I actually still had control of my bowels. It wasn't until I got back to the Metro North train that I actually shit myself in the bathroom.
How did you eat a brick? Did you do it in one like deep?
No, it's
Oh,
listen,
like-
Val, do you know how to eat an elephant?
one bite
One bite at a time.
time.
I actually said that quote to a customer today, and I felt really proud of myself. And then I realized that nobody else knew what the fuck I was talking about.
You didn't say it to me. I know. What
I said customer, not person who enjoys alcohol. Um,
All right. I like the little Bobby better, Justin.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna kick Bobby's ass one of these days.
You
So
better hurry. He's growing old.
as we're
I'm still
getting
gonna kick
closer
his
to
ass.
the end, shouldn't we talk about what our next trio is going to be like?
Yeah,
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say that.
Justin, I'm gonna use this thing as my torch.
I'm
It's
so
not-
excited.
It's
I'm
a
so
TV
excited.
remote, folks at home. I'm going to go ahead and just toss it over to you. Go ahead and reach over your camera and grab something.
Uh,
I'm so
All right,
excited.
it's yours now, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, I passed the torch.
yay!
I'm done, at least for the next trio, and then we go to talk about my favorite video game studio, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Right. So, I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, but I know we've talked about it, in, person or not in person, but,
Through
next,
messages.
yeah. So next trio is going to be, the Halloween trio. So we're going to do what we're going to be calling the spooky trio.
3
So
spooky,
excited.
5 me.
I'm a spooky slut. I'm so excited. I love everything that has to do with this. Ah,
So
I
this
love you,
is-
Val. Please never
we're going to be
change.
talking about spooky stories, cryptids, ghosts, hauntings, all that kind of shit. Anything that you consider spooky. So we've done like D&D monsters before, but we're going to be talking about like spooky shit. So not like horror
It's-
stuff, but
I was gonna say, as far as I had understood, based on our group chat, we were gonna be talking about actual cryptids.
yes. Well, one of the episodes, my aunt has had a lot of paranormal activity happen to her, and she's
Well, keep your
we're gonna
aunt the fuck away from me.
we're going to be bringing her on as a guest.
No, the fuck we aren't.
And
I
then
love
You know, ghosts can teleport through cameras, right?
yes.
how
I
is
read
this
that on the
Candles.
internet.
activity? God damn it.
John, shut up.
Fuck off, Caitlin.
Allow.
Yeah, so we are going to be doing spooky shit. We're going to be one of the episodes is going to be on hauntings and paranormal activity. One of them is going to be on some cryptid stuff. And we might do one on like some spooky stories and stuff, because I've been reading, we talked about it before we started recording and going live, but there's these 2-sentence stories. I don't know if any of you guys know what I'm talking about.
Why
I
don't
know
you
it-
share one with the world, Justin, to give
Okay,
them a
so-
little taste?
This
of
this
what
is
we've got
this is
going
one
on.
that kind of freaked me out as I was going through. I told her there was no monster in her closet as I picked her up and told her she could sleep with us tonight. I figured that was the safest way of getting her out of the house without him realizing I saw him.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. It's that kind of stuff. It's like
I like the other one
sentence-
you said, though.
Yeah, the other one was good.
You
Which
know,
one?
I
That
found a
was-
picture of myself sleeping on my phone. I live alone.
Yeah.
Is that like baby shoes for sale, never
Never
used?
worn. Yeah, never worn.
Yeah.
Wait, here's
Yeah.
one. My sister says that mommy killed her. Mommy says that I don't have a sister.
How about this? Can we all just decide to, by the 3rd episode, each have written at least 1 2-sentence horror story?
I've already
Yeah,
written mine
I'm-
for you
I'm good with
folks.
that.
All right. Well, cool, John. All right. Well, some of us haven't done
Here,
our.
here, let me help you. Had to poop real bad in public. Toilet paper.
Oh man, I'm gonna do some good. I am good with words, so I'm good at the words.
Bad with words, lots of experiences.
Was
I'm
about
good.
to bang a man. Battery's dead. It's written.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm in the process of talking to someone who is probably going to be on the podcast, maybe as a guest. But they have their own spooky podcast, and so I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, we would love to hear them.
Yeah, and I also love any and everything that I love cryptids so much. Oh, this is so great.
Do you think we could have Colin back for the
Absolutely.
cryptid
I
episode?
he would
Yeah.
fucking love this. Not only that, I made the joke earlier about doing a Bethesda trio, folks at home. That's probably going to be the trio after this.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends who are just familiar with or have been to like the Mothman Museum down in West Virginia.
Oh my god, this weekend. Sorry, continue. I have something to tell you about this weekend.
Are very familiar with like the Grafton Monster, the Flatwoods Monster, all these things. that are in Fallout 76 that, you know, it's not a good game. Shut up, Ryan. But, you know, they're all built on, you know, lore that exists.
So, John, this weekend I will be working up in Portland, Maine, and on my way back down at the end of the weekend, I'm going to be visiting the Cryptozoology Museum in Portland. So I'm going to take some whatever like pictures and footage that I can, and maybe we can like throw some of that up on the screen at some point.
I'm gonna get my own
we can
van,
definitely use
and
that.
it's gonna be called the Necronomicon. But I'm gonna just buy like a former crepe like food truck. It was crepes by Monica.
Nice, John.
I hate it. I hate you. Love you very much.
I know that was another McElboy reference for the episode.
God.
Also has a cat. Thanks, Steve.
It was before Caitlin? Question mark.
Why is my name changed?
Because Justin has the power.
I hate this.
So, folks at home, before we wrap all this up, Justin, I'm sorry to take back the thunder.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I asked these guys, you know, what their favorite concert was, what their least favorite concert was. Feel free to reach out to us. Like, we're always happy to, you know, at least make known what people at home are talking about. And as you guys have heard, we're going to be talking about some spooky shit in the next couple of weeks. Reach out to us at any platform. You know, we're on Instagram, Facebook. We have an email that I don't know the email address to. We want to hear your accounts, and we want to get you guys onto the podcast as well. If you want to be a guest on our show, on our Facebook page, we've actually got the link now to sign up to do that. Please feel free to join us. We would absolutely love to have you. It'd be a lot of fun. And with that, I leave it officially in Justin's hands for the rest of the episode.
Well, it's that time of the episode, guys.
What time is that?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is recommendation time.
I keep hearing this strange voice, and I don't know who it is, and I'm very concerned.
You know, he's a busy college boy, and I've asked him a couple times to be on an episode, and he just keeps on saying he's busy. He's got a lot of schoolwork.
How is he busy? Never mind. I'm not going to make the joke with your mom listening.
He's on a video game team now, and
I'm a big old fucking nerd.
I think he had a match tonight or something.
I'm a triple fucking nerd. I play Counter-Strike or whatever the fuck kids play these days.
Valorant. He's playing Valorant. That's the game that he plays on the team.
What the fuck is that? Play StarCraft like an adult.
Valorant is the Call of Duty of today.
Play StarCraft like an adult.
Valorant is the what you
is
just
a harder
said.
version of what's the one that Blizzard has?
Heroes
No,
of the
it's
Storm?
not.
No, well, that's what it seems like to me, though I've never actually played Overwatch. But...
Valorant is what you get if oh god, what the fuck's the game called? You just said it.
I keep thinking Ryan's saying my
Counter-Strike?
What's going on?
It's like if Counter-Strike got fucked by League of Legends, and League of Legends wasn't really very nice to it, but like
that's fair.
So
I'm gonna do my recommendation last, by the way.
They took the Counter-Strike, like what made Counter-Strike great, and then they were just like, yeah, put skins in there. Yeah, just do that. Yeah, charge people $100 for a fucking skin, motherfucker. Fucking do it.
Okay, who wants to go first? Who's got a recommendation ready and locked in the chamber?
Oh, I have one.
Go ahead, Val. It's all you.
All right, since it's spooky season, my recommendation is bones. Just bones. So I have here
Bones?
just
you mean
bones.
The fake ones in your closet?
No, these are real bones. So this is Pumbaa. This is let me see if I can get it without the light fucking it up. This is Pumbaa. This is an African warthog skull that I've acquired. And I would highly recommend that everyone get themselves a bone or two in their life because it's
we heard earlier you have quite a few bones.
I do. I have a lot of bones. Maybe I'll recommend some different bones on the next one. But yeah, I recommend
do any of your bones vibrate?
That's a different kind.
Does Pumbaa vibrate?
Pumbaa does not vibrate. Pumbaa's actually not even like well put together.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is my homie. This is a quarantine purchase. And would suggest everyone to get themselves a tasteful skull for this spooky season. So that's
Where
my
do you buy a skull like that?
There's a Facebook friend of mine who lives out in the Midwest who is a taxidermist, and she like has these flash sales of like all these crazy different bones. And she was just, there was one day I was up at like 3 a.m. during quarantine, and I think in the Midwest it was earlier, and they're like, who wants a warthog? And I was like, I do. And then I threw money at her, and that's how that went.
Simone and
I need
Pumbaa.
Val,
I
I
need
was
to
about to.
buy. I need
Val, I
to
was
buy a
about to lose
skull
my.
and then put it somewhere in my apartment and not tell my girlfriend that I bought the skull.
You know she's still listening. Right? I'll
I
literally
know.
Facebook her right now and be like, "Hey, he's up to some dumb shit."
Val, when Ryan asked you where you got it, I was about to lose my shit if you just said Amazon.
Do you know how many bones I bought from Etsy? You can buy skulls and shit from Etsy. But you
That's yeah, that's sketchy.
Yeah, get yourself some bones. They're tasteful and they're.
Do you know? Okay, so I have a spooky story that actually connects to that. Just a really quick thing, and we can actually maybe go into it if we start talking about like serial killers. But what was his? He was the one that was at the Chicago World Fair. He had the murder mansion. I forget what his serial killer name was. But when he killed people, one of the things he did was he would strip off like all the skin and everything like that, and he sold these skeletons to science like a science company, and the skeletons of his victims actually showed up in like schools and labs and shit. I forget what the hell his name is.
I feel
that's ingenious.
They did a show on that for Sawbones.
Yeah,
about like body snatchers and stuff.
Did you know that there was real human skeletons in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride up until very recently? And there's there's still apparently one human skull in the ride.
H.H. Holmes.
Oh yeah, the murder house guy.
Yeah, the murder house, the 1918 World Fair murder house guy. There is a podcast, and I don't remember what the name of it is, but they do a whole like 2-hour episode on him, and he is probably one of the most interesting like serial killers that I've ever listened to a story about, because he was just insanely charismatic and I don't know, like intelligent. He built this murder house that had so many ways to kill people, and the way he did it, he would hire like 1 week he would hire this group of contractors, and then he would fire all of them, and then hire another group the next week and fire them, and then so that nobody knew like what was actually happening. They were all just like putting pieces together of this house.
Yeah, so the house had like tons of like trapdoors and secret passageways and
gas that came out. And
wasn't that the premise for The Collector?
I don't know. I've never
seen
a
horror film.
The Bone Collector?
No, I know there was The Collector and then there was The Collection.
Maybe
I'll send them to you later on, because they were fun slasher films. But
so H.H. Holmes was a character. I mean, after a few years ago when American Horror Story did their hotel season, H.H. Holmes made an appearance as a character there, and I started doing research, and like there's some really good documentaries about like the house that he built and like all of the like trapdoors and like chutes that he would put bodies in.
He was the first true American serial killer, or at least the first documented American serial killer. So very, very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Rye, why don't you go?
I just blanked out on what I was going to do. So
I'll save you.
I was gonna say I can buy you some time.
Here, yeah, I was gonna say I can save you.
Okay, Steve, go.
All right, so because you guys started talking about the serial killers and everything else, I'm gonna recommend a movie that I have and watched plenty of times. It's called Laid to Rest. It's a D-rated movie, I would say, but it's very well put together unless you look at the acting and probably almost anything else with it.
As they should be.
Yes. But the bad guy's weapon is something I want to own. So if you watch the movie and you see the weapon, please let me know where you find it. I want it. Did that buy you enough time, right?
What is the weapon?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. The
Well,
Crow.
have to watch it.
while you do that, Ryan, do you still need me to buy you some time? Because I can do that real quick.
I mean, I just think I'm going to recommend Total War Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai because I'm addicted to it at this point.
You're welcome, or as I call it, Tom Cruise Simulator 2, Fall of the
Yeah.
Samurai Tom Cruise.
I really love just like shooting cannons at running hordes of fucking samurai coming.
Do you
into my
understand
position.
now why I begged you to buy this game?
Yes, I'm so happy
my
you
God.
did. It's so goddamn good. It's my favorite.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So
It's only good if you really like RTSs and stuff like that. But I pretty much love the Total War games now. Like I love those games because it combines an RTS where you're controlling all the different units and everything like that with like almost a civilization at the same time.
no, that's exactly how they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
They combined real-time turn-based strategy.
Yeah.
Because your actual battle takes place in real time, but everything else, your grand strategy part of it is turn-based. It's so good.
Yep.
Before we get too far along, this is the bad guy that Steve was talking about. This
Folks
is the
at
bad
home
guy
who are watching later on, oh, you just want a knife with fucking brass knuckles on it and a bladed back edge of the knife.
Yes. And
That
is Chrome
exists.
Skull.
That exists everywhere.
I know, I have one. But I want another one.
You can probably just fucking go to VIP or any sex store and they sell them.
I'm pretty sure you could get one at VIP. I'm pretty sure last time I was there, they had one of those.
Yes, they did. But
Yeah.
I want another one.
Yesterday, right?
No.
Whenever. He was delivering mail.
I
Right.
was delivering mail. It's fine.
So your recommendation, okay. So John, what's yours?
All right, so my recommendation, I have 6.
Wonderful.
Don't worry, I'm going to be quick with them. 5 of them are Elijah Malone, Kosha Dills, Tom the Red Baron, The Day After from Indianapolis, and Keep Flying from New Jersey.
Nice.
They've been our guests the last 3 weeks. I cannot thank them enough. I'm so happy to have friends like them that are willing to, come and just be idiots with us. My real recommendation is something that I got sent a private message, not on our page, but to my direct, which is, hey, John, I have a lot of vodka at home. What can I drink with it? So I'm grabbing, as you guys know, I sell liquor for a living. So I'm grabbing my number 1 selling Dutch Craft vodka. I've got a cup of ice here ready to go. I'm going to take 1.5 ounces of this delicious vodka from Holland. It's Holland's best kept secret, y'all. Put that bottle over there. Grab myself some lime juice.
Ooh.
Everything's better with lime juice. And just, quick little squirt. Boop, boop, boop.
I've heard
So
that
right
before.
afterwards, you get some cloudiness in there. It's tasty. And then my personal favorite, any ginger beer you've got near you is fine. I'm using the Q brand from Target.
Are you making me a mule, my
I'm
dude?
making myself a hibiscus Dutch donkey.
Oh my God.
I don't like that. No, I don't like that name.
It's a craft donkey.
Yeah.
So gets
Wait,
fizzed up. Nice little color to it. It's hibiscus ginger beer. Any ginger beer you guys
How
have
about a
near
red
you.
ass?
Hold
Is that
on.
a red ass?
I don't like that at all, but I'm using Dutch Craft, and so instead of a Moscow Mule, it's a Dutch donkey.
Where the fuck do you find okay, I know that I said I was a spooky slut, but I'm more of a hibiscus slut. So where do I find hibiscus ginger beer?
So I buy this from my Target near my house.
Oh my God, it's available to everyone. I love it.
Yep.
Tell me more. What's the brand?
It's Q.
It's got my last initial right in it. It's made for me. Who changed my name? Who changed my name?
Tom Cruise from Cocktail. I fucking hate you, Justin. God, I hate you. Folks at home, I really hope you've enjoyed this shit show of an episode. I hope you enjoyed my impromptu mixology class. I'm more than happy to do one of these on occasion for you folks.
I love it.
God, I hate you, Justin. Justin, why don't you please do our outro?
Oh, I'm gonna have Pumbaa in the frame while we do the outro.
Oh, okay. So nobody wants to hear my recommendation?
No.
Uh,
Well,
you already
you don't
did
get
one.
nice things anymore. Your recommendation was being the host on Zoom so you could fuck with everybody.
Okay.
Seriously.
You just don't like that I have power. That's all.
I don't like that you have power. It's weird. You're a sub.
Oh, fuck
Whoa.
you, John.
Ooh,
I like what's
that's
happening.
fired.
Nice. Okay. Well, then my recommendation was going to be the game Bastion. It's on the Switch. It's on sale. Go buy it. It's good. And that's all I'm going to say.
It's very good. It's by the same studio that made Transistor and has made Hades. So yeah,
Yes.
it's a very
I was gonna
good.
say they
series.
just
Very good game.
they just did Hades too, which is
Yes.
way fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for listening or watching us. If you want to listen to us again or catch up on any of our other episodes, you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube, and a handful of other podcast platforms. If you can't find us on your favorite podcast platform, please let us know so I can work on getting us there. I just found like 2 or 3 other new podcast listening platforms that I'm working on getting us onto. Our tag you can use to find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and more is 3EP Podcast. Our website, which I am in the process of getting back up, is 3eppodcast.com. Our email is 3episodepodcast@gmail.com. Please send us some mail. Tell us, things. Let us know if you want a guest. Yeah. We live stream our episode almost every Tuesday around 8 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. If you're listening later on YouTube, please give us a like and most definitely comment so we know what you think about what we're doing, and let us know if you have any questions or suggestions for episodes. If they're listening to us on SoundCloud or YouTube or any of our other platforms, what do they do, Steve?
Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Tell us what you really think about us. Please don't let us really know what you think.
And
Please also
smash
remember
that bell.
Nice. Please also remember to check out our network at giveusashot.network, where you can find our sister podcasts as well as our t-shirts and other merchandise. Anybody have some final words before we leave? And we will be back next week with the first episode of our Spooky Trio.
Oh my god.
I mean, if they don't have any words, I do.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy, oi, oi,
Oi,
oi.
oi, oi.
Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi.
oi.
Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi.
Hey!
What the fuck's going on?
It's
the
too
man
cold to
show.
chug. I'm sorry, folks.
And we say
Ah.
bye-bye.